How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. They are shocked you are no longer the person they thought they knew. That's the title of this video. The person they once knew, the one they believed was predictable, consistent, and unchanging, seems to have disappeared. It's as if someone pressed the reset button on your life, and suddenly they are faced with a stranger instead of the familiar face they grew accustomed to. They are shocked. How could you have transformed so quickly, so drastically? You've shed the skin of your old self, leaving behind the habits, thoughts, and mannerisms that they once associated with you. To them, it's like watching a familiar actor step into an entirely new role. And they're left unsure whether they're still in the same movie, their minds reel, trying to piece together what happened. Was it something they missed, or were they just too comfortable in the idea of who you were? In the past, you had all the same interests as them, shared the same opinions, and lived in a predictable rhythm. But now you've changed your routines, your likes, even your circle of friends. The things that once brought you joy seem irrelevant, while new passions have emerged that they don't understand. It is not that you've simply grown, you've morphed into a completely different version of yourself. To some, your change feels like a betrayal. The version of you they thought they knew was someone they trusted, someone who fit perfectly into the mold they envisioned. Your sudden divergence from that mold isn't just unsettling, it's confusing. It makes them question if the bond you shared was ever real, or if it was merely a comfortable illusion. They can't help but feel like they've been left behind, watching as you embrace new paths they can't follow. In their eyes, it's not just a change of personality or interests, it feels like a departure, a severing of ties. It's as if the person they knew never truly existed, and now they're grasping at a version of you that seems increasingly out of reach. When they first noticed the shifts, small at first, subtle changes in your demeanor or preferences, they told themselves it was a phase. Everyone goes through moments of reinvention, they reasoned. But as time passed, the changes grew more pronounced, more permanent, and now they're left wondering who they're talking to when they speak with you. They used to see you as a reflection of themselves, a mirror image of their own values and beliefs. Now that mirror has cracked, and in the shards, they see someone they no longer recognize. The person who once shared their jokes, their struggles, and their worldview now appears foreign and distant. Every conversation with you now feels like an attempt to navigate unknown territory. The words you speak, the way you react, the topics you bring up, all feel out of sync with what they remember. You are no longer a comfortable, predictable presence in their life. You are a wild card, someone they're still trying to figure out. What's most unsettling is the way you carry yourself now. The confidence, the new sense of purpose, the bold decisions you make. It's all so different from the person who once hesitated at every step. They thought you were someone who played it safe, someone who sought approval from others. And yet here you are unapologetically living life on your own terms. The most painful part of this transformation is the feeling of being left in the past. They believed in the version of you they knew, and now they are forced to confront the uncomfortable reality that their perception of you was built on something fleeting. You've evolved, and in the process, they've been left behind, unable to keep up with the pace of your growth. They question whether they had any real understanding of you in the first place. Was it always just surface level familiarity? Were there layers to your personality they never bothered to peel back? Now that they are seeing a new side of you, they're left grappling with the disorienting truth that they may have never known you at all. Even when you try to explain your transformation, they are not sure they can hear you. They might nod along, but in their minds, they're still holding onto the version of you they were comfortable with. To them, your evolution feels like a betrayal of that old self, even though in truth, change is a natural part of life. It is hard for them to accept that you've outgrown the relationship. There's a sense of loss that lingers in the air when you are around them. They hold on to the hope that somehow, somewhere, or in some way, you'll return to the person you once were. But the more they try to pull you back, the more you slip away. In their eyes, your transformation feels sudden, like a jarring shift that caught them off guard. But from your perspective, it was a slow burn, a process that took years of reflection, introspection, and gradual change. They didn't see it because they were too focused on the person they thought they knew, too invested in keeping things static and unchanged. There are moments when they try to connect with you to reach across the gap that's opened between you, but every attempt seems to fall flat. The conversations are strained, the common ground is gone, and the easy comfort you once shared is now a distant memory. You no longer fit into the mold they had carved out for you. They try to pinpoint the exact moment when everything shifted. Was it something you said, a decision you made, a person you met? But the truth is, it wasn't any single event that triggered your transformation. It was a series of small, quiet decisions, moments of growth and self-discovery that led you here. What frightens them most is that they are not sure if they can keep up with the new you. They've built their entire understanding of you based on who you are, and now that foundation is crumbling. They can't help but wonder if there is a place for them in your new life, or if you've moved on in ways they can't comprehend. Your new energy is intoxicating, and it's impossible for them to ignore the confidence you now exude. But it's also intimidating. They find themselves wondering if you still have room for them in your life, or if you've outgrown the need for the connections that once seemed so important to both of you. Their shock isn't just about the change itself. It's about how little they were able to predict it. They thought they knew you inside and out, yet you've defied every expectation. The person they thought they had all figured out has turned out to be someone entirely different, and they're left grappling with their own assumptions. In the end, they can't help but feel a sense of loss, a longing for the version of you that once fit so neatly into their life. But as they watch you continue to evolve, they are forced to accept the uncomfortable truth. You are no longer the person they thought they knew. And maybe, just maybe, you never truly were. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video widely to all those who may need it. Remember, knowledge is power, information is power, and learning is the superpower. Thank you.